26 years of Republican governors. And these are governors who have sometimes become members of the cabinet. And most recently, I think President Obama is a very, very, very smart man. And he picked a very wise choice for a very critical ambassadorship. And so I often have said to the DNC people, yes, the president made a very wise choice. Well, what was left in Utah, we need to now fix. And we need your help, not just in Washington, but in every one of our 29 counties to do that. I will say that I have never had more confidence that we can get this done than I have this year. A lot of that being because the county parties have made remarkable efforts in the past couple of cycles to have candidates on the ballot who are the best and brightest, I think, and the most esteemed citizens of our communities. They haven't always been successful, we know that up here, but I think as voters start to see the type of Democrats that are running, and to see Morgan Bowen running for the second time, it's always difficult for us in this state. But to have Suzanne Marychild and many of our candidates who have been numerous times have been candidates, that helps us tell a story. So I want to, while we're role-playing, talk about what I have done in the past couple of years to send a message or to get clear on what I think we need to do as a party. So often with some of my Republican friends, who none of them, by the way, happen to be Tea Party types, but they're old-fashioned Republicans. They used to believe in small government and efficient government. They feel abandoned right now by their party, but they're having a tough time believing that they might be Democrats. So I do this. I ask questions. What is it you want in the type of public leaders that are on the ballot? Who do you want to vote for? What do the characteristics of those candidates look like? And you know, you get the typical things like honesty, integrity, leadership. And so I investigate that a little bit. I say, okay, honesty. Can you think of examples where you've seen that in your own party, where you think that somebody that's an elected Republican has been just really honest, despite the consequences, been honest to the core? And I get a blank stare. And I say, then let's talk about integrity. Do you know of any of these Republicans who've made decisions, whether they're going to be political fallout or not, that let them sleep at night with a clear conscience? And again, I get a blank stare. And then I say, how about leadership? Who of these Republicans are attracting the best and brightest Utahns into public service, who are bringing out the best of the staff that they bring along, and bringing about compassion and confidence to government? And again, I really don't get any response. I get some him and haw. And I say, let me try two words on it. Peter Caron. And there's a smile. Even despite whether the party labels or anything out, what we have to our advantage in this state is people in this state know that Peter Caron exemplifies those three characteristics. So us as Democrats, I think for the first time in a generation, actually for the time I was in my young 20s and before Peter could probably even vote, we have an opportunity to do something that I think is going to be so beneficial, not just to our party, and to what we believe government should be. Efficient, fair, honest, with integrity. We have an opportunity to bring that to the rest of the state. And so every time I get a chance to talk to a group of Democrats, I ask them to do the same thing I did. Use that on your friends. And I will tell you, people say that Peter is not real well known outside of Salt Lake County. I have found that people do know him. Our two papers in the state are very well circulated throughout the state. And the work that Peter Caron has done as mayor of Salt Lake County is known. People respect the decisions he's made, despite all the political winds going the opposite way. Peter always did what the right thing to do was, and I believe that's going to resonate as we move forward to November. So I want to leave you tonight and wish you a great convention tomorrow. I'm kind of limited in my ability to get around the state, so I won't be up here, and I missed that opportunity. I'm very glad I was able to get here tonight. But let me leave you going into tomorrow and the rest of the night with 3 words instead of 2 that I think will prove successful. Governor Peter Carew.